Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are in the first day of the year, January 1st, 2018. Glad to be here. Get out with the old, in with the new. And what better way of talking about the first day of the year other than talking about goals and storyboarding. So, it's very important. A lot of people don't write down their goals. They don't even speak them out, but it's very important to write them down. You guys know that. But goals are a little bit different than like the New Year's resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions pretty vague. I want to make more money. I want to lose more weight, that kind of thing. But goals are very need to be very clearly defined, and they need to be very specific. And we're going to go through the SMART method of identifying your goals and stating your goals. Okay, so the goals are what you want to happen or what you want to gain, and the storyboarding is how you want. You can't see that. I see there's a glare there, but goals and storyboarding is the title, and storyboarding is how you achieve those goals. Okay, so first thing is to talk about the goals, right? So goals need to be the first thing is they need to be specific, right? So the first thing in your goal is you need to be very specific, right? Specific. And this not only applies to business life and work and that kind of thing. You can apply this stuff to personal life, right? Goals. Hey, I want to lose weight. I want to be more fit. That kind of thing. But like we said, the S in the SMART goals is the very specific. So you want to say something like, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds, or hey, I want to gain 30% muscle, whatever, right? Obviously, that's not one of my goals. But the second factor in creating SMART goals is it has to be measurable, right? You have to be able to measurable, right? That says measurable if you can't see through the glare. But measurable is, like I was saying, you don't want to say, hey, I want to lose weight, right? You want to say, I want to lose 10 pounds, right? And if you can't give a very specific, measurable goal, the chances of hitting that is obviously not very likely, right? So specific, measurable. The third part, the A, is attainable, right? You want to be able to attain the goal, right? I want to be rich. I want to make $1 billion, right? I mean, you might be able to attain that, but maybe not in the next year or two, which we're going to get to later. And the R could be a couple different things, right? The R could be realistic. And there's a lot of debate on this part here. There's the camp that says, like, hey, make your goals unrealistically so high that even if you shoot for the stars, you'll end up on the moon, whatever. And that's okay. And then there's the other camp that says, hey, make your goals kind of low so you can hit them, and each time you want to step up from that goal so you can feel good about hitting a goal, and then hitting another goal, and hitting another goal, and then you'll feel good about yourself instead of saying, oh, I've got this goal that I'll never be able to hit, right? And so either way you want to do it, it's the mindset, right? It's what you are comfortable with. It's what you want to program your mind into believing, however you can achieve your goal, right? And lastly, the T is time-based. And that says time-based. If you can't see that, I know I've got a lot of cameras going and stuff, but that's time-based. So the key to creating successful goals, right, is the SMART method of creating the goal, right? So specific, I want to make $50,000. I can measure that. Did I make $50,000 or not? You know, attainable, I think it's attainable. I would have to break down each step, and we're going to go through that in the storyboarding part. Realistic, yeah, it's realistic. And time-based, by the end of the year, boom, right, I want to make 20,000, whatever the number is, right? So step one, right, you've got your goal. All right, yay, you got your goal. Now, storyboarding. How do you achieve these goals that you have defined, right? So let's, I'll show you. So here is, okay, I'll just hold it. So here is an example of a storyboard that I've done. So it's kind of a little bit, it starts backwards, right? So you want to put your end goal, right, your end goal, but without a time frame. The storyboarding is the how, except the difference is in the storyboard, there's no time frame because you're going to be moving pieces back and forth, adding pieces to what you already have. This is like a living document, if you will, right? So you put your end goal at the last step. Buy an apartment complex, right? It's one of my goals. It's going to be a small complex. Obviously, real estate's my thing. Buy an investment house. Those are my two top goals. So you would break down each step backwards on how you would do that. So, and then that also will show you what you don't know to take the step, or what you need to be able to accomplish that step. So, for example, buy an apartment complex. Before that, the step before that, obviously, I need to make offers on apartment complexes, right? So you write that on a sticky note. I mean, you can do this in software or whatever, but the most effective way that I've known is just get you a poster board, get you some small stickies, and write them up and move them back and forth so you can actually do it, right? So before I make offers, I need to analyze the leads, right? So the step before the offers is I got to go through and see which ones are viable, which ones can make money, and that type of thing, right? Before I do that, I need to create an automated message for sellers to call. And I put Google Voice maybe. So you need it like a lead funnel, right? You need a lead funnel. And these are my goals. Your goals are going to be different, so you know each step into in your goal, and you want to be able to walk backwards from the big goal to the little goal, and the difference, like I said, without time frames on the storyboard, but with a time-based goal for your goal, right? So because sometimes don't hit your goal, it's still a goal though, right? So you want to storyboard it until you've accomplished that. As you accomplish each step, you pull off the piece of paper until at the very end you feel good, you pull that off and you say, hey, I accomplished my goal, right? So the step before the automated message is I need to mail postcards to apartment owners of 5 to 30 units with mailers saying, hey, you want to sell your apartment complex, right? So there again that's the step before that's the creation of the funnel before that step, right? So before I do that, before I mail them, I need to create the postcards, right? I mean, so I'm going to create postcards for property owners saying, hey, I'm interested in I'm interested in buying your property if you're interested in selling it. So, you know, the step before that is obviously to find apartment leads, and in this case I'm going to do it from county records, which I'll do a video on that later. But to close it all out, right? A couple things to get your year going good is to create goals, write them down, look at them every day, and other than, what's up, Shok? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. And other than, hey Cindy, how's it going? Jessica, good to see you. Other than just putting the goal there, you want to storyboard the goal, like I showed you going backwards, and that will lead you to the path. That'll lead you to the path of accomplishing your goal. So, hey, I hope this was helpful in the new year. So, like, subscribe, comment. I'd definitely like to know what your personal goals are, business goals, whatever. Get together and talk about how we could accomplish those goals. See what we've got in common, whatever. But as always, be a light, speak truth, change lives, and I wish you much success in your business and life. Peace out. Happy New Year. And beep, finish.